Welcome back, everyone, to Speak and Feel English. I'm Mia.
And I'm Ethan. Today, we're diving into a powerful topic that affects every single person listening: taking control of your life. Not someday, not next year, but now.
Exactly. And when we say take control, we're not talking about having everything perfectly figured out. Life isn't a straight line. Control is more about awareness, choice, and responsibility.
That's such an important distinction. A lot of people think control means controlling outcomes, but honestly, we can't control everything that happens to us. What we can control is how we respond, what we prioritize, and the direction we choose to move in.
I want to start with a simple question. How many times have you said, I feel stuck, or life is just happening to me?
Most people feel that way at some point, and the problem isn't that they're weak or lazy, it's that they've unknowingly handed over control to habits, to fear, to other people's expectations.
Yes, taking control starts with realizing where you've given it away. Sometimes it's to social media. Sometimes it's to a job you hate but are afraid to leave. Sometimes it's to your past.
Or to excuses. And I don't mean that harshly. Excuses feel comfortable. They protect us from failure, but they also keep us stuck.
Here's a hard truth. The moment you stop blaming external circumstances is the moment you begin to take control.
That moment can be uncomfortable because responsibility is heavy. When you admit, my life looks like this because of my choices, it hurts, but it's also empowering.
Exactly. Because if your choices created your current life, then new choices can create a different one.
Let's talk about mindset. Control begins in the mind. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't, it's too late, or that's just how I am, you're reinforcing a mental prison.
And the worst part, those thoughts often sound like facts, but they're just repeated beliefs.
Taking control means questioning those beliefs, asking, is this actually true, or is this just familiar?
I love that. Familiar doesn't mean correct. Many people stay in unhappy situations simply because they're familiar.
Another key part is intention. Most people live on autopilot. They wake up, scroll, work, eat, sleep, repeat. No intention, no direction.
And then they wonder why years pass and nothing changes. Control comes when you start living deliberately, even in small ways.
You don't need a 5-year plan. You need clarity about today. What matters today? What decision today moves you forward even slightly?
Because control isn't about giant moves all the time, it's about consistent, conscious choices. Habits are powerful because they operate quietly. You don't notice them, but they shape your entire life.
Right. Your daily habits decide your energy, your confidence, your health, even your mindset. And if you're not intentionally building them, you're passively accepting them.
Taking control of your life means taking control of your routines, not all at once, but one habit at a time.
People often try to change everything overnight. That's not control, that's overwhelm. Real control is sustainable.
Let's say someone wants to feel more confident. They think confidence just appears, but confidence is built through actions, keeping promises to yourself, showing up even when it's uncomfortable.
And those actions are habits, small, repeatable actions. Waking up on time, exercising, reading instead of scrolling, speaking up instead of staying silent.
Another big area is time. If you don't control your time, something else will. Notifications, people, random tasks, they all compete for your attention.
Time control doesn't mean being busy all day. It means being intentional with where your time goes.
A powerful exercise is tracking your time for 1 week. Most people are shocked by how much time they lose without realizing it.
And once you see it, you have a choice. Awareness gives you options. That's control.
Let's talk about discipline. People misunderstand it. Discipline isn't punishment, it's self-respect.
Absolutely. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now.
When you avoid something difficult, you're choosing short-term comfort over long-term growth.
And that choice repeats until it becomes your life. Taking control means being willing to feel discomfort today to create freedom tomorrow.
Another habit that steals control is overthinking. Thinking feels productive, but often it's just fear wearing a disguise.
Action creates clarity, not the other way around. You don't need to feel ready. You need to start.
Even imperfect action puts you back in the driver's seat.
And remember, habits don't define you permanently. They can be changed, but only if you take ownership.
Emotional control doesn't mean suppressing feelings. It means understanding them.
Yes, many people let emotions make decisions for them. Anger sends the text, fear avoids the opportunity, comfort delays the dream.
Taking control means creating space between feeling and reacting.
That pause is powerful. When you pause, you regain choice.
One reason people feel out of control is because they're constantly reacting to people, to situations, to stress.
Reactive living is exhausting. Intentional living is calmer, even when it's challenging.
Let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries are a form of self-control and self-respect.
If you can't say no, you're not in control of your time or energy.
And saying no doesn't make you selfish, it makes you honest.
Another emotional trap is comparing your life to others. Comparison steals control instantly.
Because you stop living your life and start measuring it against someone else's highlight reel.
Your journey is unique. Control comes from focusing on progress, not comparison.
Let's also talk about fear. Fear isn't a stop sign, it's a signal.
Often, fear appears right before growth. If you always avoid fear, you avoid growth too.
Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's action despite fear.
And every time you act despite fear, you build self-trust.
Self-trust is huge. When you trust yourself, you feel in control even in uncertainty. The future scares people because it feels unknown. But control doesn't come from certainty. It comes from preparation.
You don't need to know every step. You just need to know the direction.
Setting goals is important, but flexible goals are even more powerful.
Rigid plans break under pressure. Flexible plans adapt.
Another key element is learning. People who take control are always learning about themselves, about skills, about life.
Learning keeps you adaptable, and adaptability is a form of control.
Let's talk about environment. Your environment either supports your growth or slows it down.
That includes people. If you're surrounded by negativity, staying positive becomes harder.
Taking control sometimes means changing who you listen to.
Or what you consume: news, content, conversations.
Your inputs shape your outputs.
And finally, consistency beats motivation. Motivation fades. Consistency builds results.
Control is built daily, not in one dramatic moment.
Taking control of your life is not about becoming a different person overnight.
It's about becoming more intentional, more aware, and more responsible, one choice at a time.
You won't always feel confident. You won't always feel ready. And that's okay.
Control doesn't mean absence of struggle. It means choosing growth even when it's uncomfortable.
Your life changes when your decisions change.
And the best part? Control is always available to you, no matter where you're starting from.
You don't need permission. You don't need perfect timing.
You just need to decide.
If this conversation helped you reflect or shift your mindset,
Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more thoughtful conversations like this.
share this episode with someone who needs to hear it.
And keep choosing progress over comfort.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next one.